Number 6, 7, 9, 9, 6, 9, 9.
I've been betrayed before. I've been played before.
Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Flex9B, and be sure to follow me on IG because in this video, this is going to be episode 1 of a series that I've been wanting to make for the past 3 or 4 months. Now, this series is going to be based around journaling and backtesting. I'm going to be going over trades that I took, trades I should have taken, and trades that I've even lost. Now, I know this is my first video in a couple months. I know I've been gone for just a little bit, but
You know how much I sacrificed?
you know how the successful traders, they always said they devoted their time, they cut off friends, they spent hours backtesting. Well,
I love you,
no cap, man. I really been on the grind, going hard every single day. Do not got time for friends. I only got time for the charts. All right, so even though this series is my journal, this is my journey. I hope y'all enjoy it. At the end of the day, this is totally free. All you got to do is watch all the ads, like, share, and of course subscribe, and take some notes. Now, the overall objective of this series is that my free game is better than any YouTuber you can find's paid game. And there's going to be timestamps at the bottom of the screen, so if you're not interested in my future vlogs, go ahead, get your information. I totally understand. If you want some background noise, go ahead and let this video ride, man. But be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and let's get to it. Video, I'm going to be going over my analysis of today, and we have a special guest. We have LamboRaul's exact trade and where I believe his stop loss was. All right, so I'm in DTI, I'm in his platform, I invested in him, and I've been studying him a lot, and my trading has definitely improved. So be sure to check his Instagram out if you want to learn from him. If you want to learn from me, just go down to the video description. But I'm going to be going over the trade that he took, his trade idea versus the trades that I should have taken. Now, the thing about the reason I'm saying that I should have taken them is that I've been going through some type of, I don't even know, it's not a sabbatical, but like some type of phase where I'm just not entering trades. I'm seeing these trades winning, but I'm literally just watching them. I believe that's a product of me backtesting a lot, but I'm getting over that phase because at the end of the day,
and keep having fun, bro. Win, lose, or draw, have fun. Just keep having fun, bro. Go, man.
all right, so I'm actually going to go over the breakdown first, and then if you're interested, you can learn how I was able to win a $50,000 account from LamboRaul with the absolute most luck that I've ever had in my life. All right, so as you can see my screen, I am on the SPX 500. This has started to become my favorite pair. If SPX happens to look ugly, then I'm going to look at NOS 100. If NOS 100 looks ugly, SPX looks ugly as well, then probably just not trading that day. All right, so this is the absolute trade that LamboRaul took. This was his zone right here. When he first started trading at the beginning of his call, he was mentioning that he wanted to look for buys. One thing about me, I hate taking buys. I do not believe in no buys on indices. I know that sounds crazy because indices normally go up, but me personally, from what I backtested for hours and hours, I do not like taking buys. I really like taking sells. So when he said he was looking for buys, I was a little bit skeptical, but as you can see from the screen, there's only one sell. All right, so he ended up taking a sell. The reason he has, this is his zone right here, this white box right here, this is my zone. He didn't have my zone marked up, which was a red flag for me because I'm like, dang, why my zone not important? But that's so you gotta have your own mind when it comes down to trading. So as you can see over here, this was the top of this area, and he just simply had a zone. The zone does make sense, and I respected the zone. All right, so as you can see, the market got to my zone. This was his exact trade. He simply had this drawn out just like this. All right, his entry was somewhere around in this area. I'm not quite sure where his entry exactly was, since the brokers, spreads, whatever, but this was literally like the trade that he took. All right, so the reason this trade was taken, this is simply a break of a low. Once the market showed that it was not going to be going up, especially after that 930 candle, it really was selling hard. Like, look at all this selling pressure in this area right here. Like, that's an extreme amount of selling pressure to be buying in. That's when he shifted his mindset to taking sells. Okay, Now, and this happened, this is 5, 10, 15 minutes. This is 15 minutes of pure dropping. So that's why he shifted his mind into sales, right? Now, as you can see, this area right here, the reason I drew that line right there is because that is a low, okay? The market literally was coming up. It went down to this area right here. Let me draw this out. Where's that? Came right there, went down, and then it went up, and then it broke through this low, okay? His entry was over here because it broke through the low. Normally, when you're taking a break of a low, you're either going for like really quick scalps, like a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, or 1 to the next zone. Sometimes it can go to the next zone, sometimes it won't. But for this trade, for example, it went for a 1 to 2. Now, one thing about people with money, they don't need big moves. He was up a lot of money. Me personally, I would not be up a lot of money if I go for a 1 to 2. I'll be up maybe like $500-600, but him, he's going up like maybe like 20K. So that's way different. I know $600 is cool, but 20K is like, that's crazy. But this was his exact trade. Simply just waited for the low to be breaking off of all that selling pressure, and he literally just took the trade, and I believe he got out somewhere. I'm not sure where he got out, but this is how he would take the trade. Now, that was his trade. Now, here are the trades that I wanted to take, okay? So the trades that I wanted to take were, this was the first one up here. So you know how we have this line right here. This line is simply a break of a low. The reason I wanted to take my trade up here is because, let's do the Pathfinder. Boom, 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 boom. All right, now as you can see from this uptrend that we're in, there was a break of structure right here. Now, once I got this break of structure, I seen an engulfing from the break of structure. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, all I need to do is wait for a pullback towards this zone because it tapped that zone multiple times. Literally tapped it twice. We have a tap right here and a tap right there. You see those two taps? Boom, those are the two taps. And the market, of course, the market is going to go back to that area because it seemed like a common area for the market to go back to before selling off. The reason I didn't take this trade is because when you're trading with multiple people, you have more things in your head. And of course, someone with a type of status that's known as a good trader, if they're saying, okay, we're going to wait, we're going to be patient, we're going to wait for buys, in my head, I'm like, okay, if I take a sell, then I'm just a dummy. But at the end of the day, you've seen what happened. The market dropped. So it's always best to go at your first instinct. If you're not quite sure, just lower your risk. Don't be no baby. Don't be scared. You feel me? But this was a trade I could have took. Now, the reason I'm kind of glad I didn't take this trade, this is my candlestick entry right here, this little pin bar or whatever you want to call it. That would have been my trade right there, but my stop loss may have gotten hit. Now, for example, for my supply and demand traders, this could have been a trade that you could have seen that was a gap in the market, but your stop loss would have got smacked as well. So there were two ways you could have entered and two ways that you probably would have lost. So I'm kind of glad I did not take my trade up here. This would have been a good trade, but if I would have took it up here, my stop loss would have had to be above the highs, and it really kills my risk to reward because I didn't know the market was still going to drop like that much. So normally my stop losses are way smaller. This is acceptable right here, but I probably would have gotten stopped out. So I'm glad I didn't take that trade. But there was another trade that I could have taken. Now, after all this selling right here, the market is clearly switching trends. It was from an uptrend, now it's going towards a downtrend. Now it's about to break some more structure. This was the area Raul was looking for. Now, I could have taken a trade just a little bit above Raul because these are certain candlesticks that I like to see. So we already got our drop down, now we got a pullback. Our pullback happens to get rejected, and you have that long wick right there. And now look what candlesticks is giving you. It's giving you pin bar type of candlesticks. Now, I would have loved to enter right here. I'm not even sure. I can't even give you a valid answer to why I didn't enter. I believe I said this at the beginning of the video about my not trading syndrome, but at the end of the day, win, lose, or draw, just get in. I'm speaking to myself right now. Win, lose, or draw, just get in. So I don't care if I lose. I'm just trying to up my volume because I win a lot of my trades. It's just that I don't want to lose. I'm on the first trade of this 50K account, and I want to start off with a bang. And that's how I felt my other challenge, because I was just looking for that one setup, and I ended up missing out on so many setups, and time just expired. So these were the trades that we could have took. Raul took one trade right here. His went for 1 or 2. Mine was, I believe he took it like right here, somewhere like that. So I could have had a trade right here that went for a 1 to, I think that was like a 2.5. And then we have this one right here. This is the monster trade. We may have gotten stopped out. Knowing me, I probably would have gotten stopped out because I like tight stop losses. If I wouldn't have gotten stopped out, then this video would have been totally different. But at the end of the day, this is my journey. This is where I am in my trading journey. I'm a good trader. I just don't have a Lamborghini yet. But man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I do have the story time, which shows how I got the 50K account that I've still not taken a trade on. It's been like a week and some change now, but I'm going to be taking a trade on that soon, and I'm going to be posting that content. Just gotta get some things figured out, but no excuses. All right, no excuses. This is the story of how I won a $50,000 account at LamboRaul's event. All right, the intro of the video, that was me getting excited because I won the account. Me personally, I'm the most unlucky person to ever be unlucky. All right, and the fact that that was my first time winning almost anything, literally anything. That's the first time I really won something that had to be random, you know. But the crazy part was I wasn't even supposed to go to that event at all. Way back in September, Donovan Mitchell got traded to the Cavaliers. As soon as he got traded, I bought tickets. The crazy part was I lived down in Miami, so the Cleveland Cavaliers was playing the Miami Heat twice. Same week, same exact location. So I had to pick. Either I'm going to go on a Wednesday night when I wake up in the morning really early to trade on Thursday, or go on a Friday night, which the next day is Saturday. I don't trade. I don't want nothing to do with Saturday. It's the weekend. So for some reason, I decided to choose the Wednesday. No one had to wake up early the next day. And the good news is, maybe like 2 months after I bought the tickets, maybe like 3 months, Raul had mentioned that he's going to have an event to give away a car or about like $50,000 in cash. I was going for the car or the cash, but I ended up walking away with something. And it's crazy how the day I won the account, that was the last day of a 20K challenge I was on. I was on the verification, literally the last day, and it was NFP week as well. So I ended up losing. I didn't fail, but I ended up not passing the challenge. And the crazy part was that I was gifted a bigger challenge the day that I lost the previous challenge. So that's just a quick little story time, man. If you put in the work, it's coming back to you one way or another, man. But that is a quick little story time. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out the next video and like, share, and of course subscribe, man. It's your boy Flex, and I'm gone.